gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to... Are we being immolated again? Is that what's going on here?
We are being immolated again.
My goodness gracious, great bollocks upon the fuego. I am very attractive, and with me, as usual, my co-host, noted Dagestani pop star, Hubistan Kabalov.
Which one did Imola do? Oh, right. We did Imola with the live event.
Yeah.
Recently. So we are immolating again, but in a different game this time at least. This is ACC.
Correct.
Sorry. Turning my video down a little bit more. Right. So we have the 3D speed. This is the fourth round and the first of our Italian doubleheader. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be at the Misano circuit for the second half of that particular doubleheader. Currently, William Murrah on pole position with Paul Riccobeni, Andrew Burke, Chris Johnson. This man, Zach Martin, the top silver entry. Michael Magas, Jeff Wentworth, who we're on board with. That's some good timing, actually. Kudos to the auto director. Josh McLaughlin, Dave Nelson, and Jake Northrup, your top 10 currently. Missing from the field, Javier Perez-Torres. Very sad. And returning to the field, although unfortunately, spoiler, his car doesn't make it to the race. Douglas DeGroat, who rejoined the field, but unfortunately ran into some technical difficulties.
How difficult?
Very difficult. Highly difficult.
Maggle, is it true that every corner on this track is named after a pasta dish?
No, that is not the case.
Is it true that you have to, by law, pinch your fingers together and waggle your hand around while doing commentary?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's voluntary, though.
Oh, I thought that was like an international requirement. I've been just doing it reflexively.
Chris Johnson coming across the line. William Murrah with his final time, so we're waiting for everybody to finish up here. We got a couple of cars out on track, including Andrew Burke, still out there, Zach Martin. Actually, it looks like Murrah's going to get another lap in, so that's good. We'll have one more chance to better his pole time. Just looking to see if anyone's in a position of surprise. I must say, Josh McLaughlin up in 8th place. That's a little bit higher than he's been punching most of the season. That's good for him. And this is Andreas Lasudis coming across the line to take 17th place, at least for the time being, for the ESR Academy team. Simeon Naku comes across in 24th. Struggling for the Lamborghinis on home soil here. Naku down in 24th place. And then it is Justin Swan in the big V12 Aston Martin. And he does not better his time and will be starting from no better than 15th place on the grid. Still got a couple. McLaughlin still out there. Nelson, Northrup. Oh, Nelson's done. So we got McLaughlin and Northrup, I think, are the last two, or at least the only two I see there that are out of the pit lane and don't have the checkered flag next to their name. So they're on a hot lap to try to improve upon their top 10 times. And Northrup has failed. So it is just McLaughlin left. And this is him right here. And he does improve one position, overtaking Jeff Wentworth for P7.
Must have been worth it to win one more round.
So your grid, William Murrah, Paul Riccobeni leading at the front of the pack, Andrew Burke, Chris Johnson. Then it's Martin and Magas, McLaughlin and Wentworth, Nelson, Northrup, Foster and Higgs, Keckley and Martinez, Swan, Jeffries, Lasudis and Yimbo, or Locutus and Yimbo, and Turcotte, Martell. I keep getting confused by how to pronounce Andreas' name because I keep getting told different things.
Yeah, I mean, it was Locutus for a while. Well, I thought, didn't he actually spell it with a K for a while?
No, it was always a C.
Oh, okay.
We thought it was Locutus.
Else.
We thought it was Locutus, and then I was told it was Lasudis, and now he's saying it's like Lasudis, which makes me a little bit. I'm in a weird place. We're just gonna call him Andreas. There we go.
Fine, it's Greek. He's Greek. It's Lasudis. That's whatever. From the foothills of Mount Bro Olympus.
We could just call him Andreas, I guess. Dominic Turcotte, very far down in the order, 19th place. That's an odd place to find the Porsche. Usually he's higher up in the order. we just await here for the countdown to go down, and then we will begin the formation lap approaching Ravazza.
30 seconds.
Countdown to extinction.
Countdown to extinction.
Why did you make a Megadeth song sound like it was a James Taylor song from the 70s?
20 seconds.
Because I have that talent.
Talent, sure. Okay.
Skill?
Let's just leave it at ability.
Ability, there we go. I mean, I did hear a heavy metal version of a Britney Spears song today, so I mean, yeah. Thanks, daughters.
Who was it? Children of Bodom did Oops, I Did It Again.
That was not the one I heard. I don't know what the band was actually, because it was just on a random YouTube playlist sort of thing.
It's probably that Italian guy. I don't remember his name. There's an Italian guy who does a metal version of literally everything. The problem is that he uses the same tone.
Not a ton of variety.
Yeah, he just uses the same tone and kind of rhythm structure in every cover, and they all sound exactly the same.
Gotcha.
Doesn't matter what song he's covering.
Gotcha. Anyways, we approach the start-finish line here. We got Michael Magas on the screen there in the WRT Audi, and we're on board with him. I just realized that I believe the custom entry list on our servers actually overwrites the uniforms, so there's no individuality on them. Here we go. William Murrah got off to a good start there. He's got the lead. Andrew Burke in third with the Audi of Paul Riccobeni in the middle as they enter Variante Tamburello.
See, that's clearly a pasta dish.
It's named after somebody, though. I mean, a lot of the don't give me
a couple more Tamburellos.
Don't get me wrong. Almost all these corners could, in theory, be pasta dishes: Tosa, Piratella, Tamburello, Ravazza. I mean, these are all definitely possibly pasta dishes. Oh, contact! One of the Lamborghinis has gone sideways, and one of the Cheney brothers getting hit there. Two of the Aston Martins are off in the side there. So we have carnage on the first lap. We await the sorting out of these standings here, as we gotta get a time line here for everybody, and see. Well, actually, we're kind of there. So the two Cheneys are running close together. Picking up Guillermo Martinez. Oh no! Mike Jeffries getting into the back of him. Whoa. Martinez is off and in the wall.
Dang it, Guillermo! And
then, oh god! The other VIP Ferrari at the same turn gets clipped by David Brock.
Listen, I don't know what kind of setup they're sharing, but don't do that. Right? I'm not wrong here.
Problems at Aqua Minerale for both the VIP Ferraris.
Very impounded Porsches.
I see Justin Swan, Simeon
I don't
Naku.
think that's legal.
Oh boy.
I don't think that's legal at all.
Yeah, that'll be using up a track limit warning. One of the Cheneys were off there that I think Brock was trying to avoid. Brock is going very slowly.
He probably got 32 tumbleweeds in his transmission.
It could be. Something may be wrong with that car. Anyways, Dave Nelson in 10th place, fighting with the Rinaldi Ferrari of Andrew Burke has fallen back to 12th. So something happened to him. We got Dave Nelson in 10th, chasing Larry Foster. So Aston Martin. Then it is Keckley in the Mercedes, Burke, and Richard Higgs. So Burke is very out of place now. He started P3. He's down in 12th right now. Murrah is still up in the lead ahead of Riccobeni and Johnson in the background there. Burke trying to get through on Keckley. You got to ask yourself, do you really fight with Andrew Burke? Because he's out of position, and the pace will probably pick up Dominic Turcotte, taking 16th spot off of Guillermo Taylor there as he works his way through the field after a bad qualifying.
Dominic the Tortoise Turcotte.
Former teammate Tony Yimbo ahead of him in the Bentley. Last season, Turcotte was part of the Bentley team, but went on his own this season. No teammates, running solo in the dynamic Porsche. Very popular color scheme this season has been the gold and black. We've got him. We've got the Cheneys, of course, as well as the Cyberline Lamborghini crew, all running those colors. We're on board with Turcotte chasing down Yimbo. Michael Jeffries has gotten past Keckley, so Keckley may have gotten forced a bit off by Andrew Burke because he's quite a ways back now.
Wait, wasn't Cyberdyne, aren't they the people that invented the Terminators?
They are, but it's Cyberline. Cyberline.
Oh, that's not much better.
No, not really. You got to talk to Simeon Naku about possible world domination plans.
Sir, we're a little bit alarmed with the dogs all seem not to like you.
We're a little alarmed that the dogs don't seem to like you, and you seem to be made of liquid.
You mind if we wave this magnetic tank mine around your head?
Keckley getting a little bit out of shape there, and that opens the door for Yimbo. Yimbo gives him a little tap at the butt. He wants through, and Turcotte wants through as well, and Taylor on the back of that, as well as the handsome Rick Martell. And after Martell is Dixon Hurst and Matt Howell piling up in here. So Keckley maybe has some damage because he just doesn't seem to have any pace right now. Yimbo and Turcotte going side by side, and Martell overtaking Guillermo Taylor.
Tinker Taylor, Guillermo Spy.
Further up the order, just seeing what's going on here. McLaughlin in 6th, Wentworth 7th, Northrop 8th. And Turcotte gets through on Tony Yimbo, and that is going to be 15th place for the Porsche.
Tony Yimbo O'Hare.
Interestingly, I think Turcotte is the only Porsche in today's field, which is, of course, weird because ESR has a fetishly love affair with the Porsche, and the fact that we only have one in the field is definitely a change. Wayne Hutchison is now on the back of this as well, so this little snake of cars is growing. Now goes from 15th back to 21st position.
Sounds like he's doing his math wrong.
Oh. Big problem. Rick Martell spun around. And well, that might explain why Taylor's not going very fast. That is a lot of significant damage to the wide-mouthed bass at the front there. Michael Magas defending against McLaughlin and Wentworth at the moment in 5th place in the Belgian.
Tell that model kid not to do the catwalk turnaround during the race.
Be advisable. They head through Villarreal. Villeneuve is like the only one that can't be a pasta, I would say. Oh no! One of the Aston Martins is in the sand trap. I don't know who that was. I'm seeing if I see somebody dropping through the field, but I don't see anybody yet.
I think the Villeneuve is the beverage. Oh, yes, we have a fine 1974 Villeneuve.
I mean, so you got me thinking about this now. So Tamburello's got to be the appetizer because it's basically turn 1.
I don't know. Tamburello seems like it should be like a thick noodle pasta with some big meatballs in it.
Could it be a soup though? Tamburello soup?
No, it seems too kind of like Tamburello. You know, it's too bombastic. Okay. You can't really. Sorry, I can't possibly finish the main course. I had 32.
All right. Well, we can move the starting line further back and use the old Imola layout. That starts at Variante Bassa. So you got the Bassa soup.
Yeah.
Then you got the Tamburello main course.
Yeah.
The Villeneuve beverage, and Tosa would be the dessert, I guess.
Yeah, or it could be a side dish. I need 2-3 Tosas to go with my Tamburello.
And then Piratella could be the dessert then.
There you go.
We get it even, and then afterwards, the Aqua Minerale, the mineral water syrup. There you go.
Exactly. Good old crunchy water itself.
And then you got, I don't know what to do with Alta, and then I guess Ravassa is like the nightcap.
Alta's like, oh, I can't have the meatballs in the Tamburello. I have to have the Alta. I'm a vegan.
Anyways, we're on with Matt Howell. Sorry, guys, we really should be calling your action, but we got Matt Howell trailing teammate Larry Foster. I think it was Foster who went off because he's dropped a couple of spots. He's now behind Guillermo Taylor. That is Dixon Hurst further back, and then Wayne Hutchison, Rick Martell in the distance, and John Peach having a decent run in 21st place. John's really struggled with the Audi this season, and it's good to see him doing pretty well tonight.
Finally figured out which one of them 2 pedals was the gas.
Dave Nelson hanging on to 8th place, but I don't know for how much longer because that's Andrew Burke behind him. Burke qualified P3. We don't know what to happen to him. Well, okay. We're gonna break the suspension here for a moment. I know what happened to him. he spun and flew like over the grass, and it was hilarious. I actually put it in the stewarding. I put it in the stewarding video as the what the fuck moment of the race. But but anyways, he's coming back from that. We pick up Guillermo Taylor, who's holding off the two front-range Aston Martins, or two of the front-range Aston Martins. Oh, Tony Yimbo at almost a dead stop there in Alta. What happened there? Bentley's going to drop through the order. It's shown in 14th place now. It is not there anymore. We pick up Chris Johnson in 3rd place. Yimbo is... We don't have an updated position yet. I'm waiting for that.
He's 5 laps ahead.
No, he's not.
Says right there. It's at the top.
Let's say William Murrah is 5 laps ahead, sir.
Same thing.
Chris Johnson in 3rd place as they come across the line. This is Jake Keckley in 13th place. Now trailed by Taylor, Foster, Howell, Hurst. So Yimbo's rejoined behind Dixon Hurst, but ahead of Wayne Hutchison.
Love Hurst. Love Wounds.
That is actually one of your better ones. That's got some serious potential. We can turn that into a full production.
I think it'll work out, yeah.
Very, very damaged front end of Taylor, so he's gotten into the back of somebody at some point because the front splitter shows significant signs of damage. Paul Riccobeni trying to hunt down William Murrah. Murrah in 1st place. There's a yellow flag out. Further back, Mike Magas still hanging on against Josh McLaughlin and Jeff Wentworth. And not too far back of that is Nelson and Burke. Nelson's still ahead of Burke, so doing an excellent job right now. Burke has not found it easy going yet. I mean, he's climbed a couple. He's gotten Higgs, he's gotten Jeffries, Northrup, Keckley. So, there's progress, but there is the New Zealander for ESR Academy, Josh McLaughlin, in the Aston Martin. I think we've lost one of the Academy cars in the form of Andreas Lasutis. So I think we're down to Justin Swan, Dave Nelson, and Josh McLaughlin. I'm assuming it is
I believe it's Lasutis, sir.
We'll go with Andreas. Andreas and Justin Swan, I believe, were the two that were off the track in the wall. And Swan is still out there running, but he's quite a far ways behind. Josh McLaughlin looking for a move on Mike Magas. He goes down the inside, and he gets the job done into Tamburello. Or was that Villeneuve? It was Villeneuve. Pardon me, from that angle, Tamburello and Villeneuve don't look appreciably different. So it was Villeneuve that the Kiwi got past the Canadian. See if Mike Magas can come back at him. In the background, Andrew Burke making the move on Dave Nelson. They battle side by side through Aqua Minerale. See if we can get a look in the background. Who has come out in front? Still Nelson. Nelson hanging on against Andrew Burke. Wayne Hutchison up to 16th place, so he's made up a couple spots. Looks like Larry Foster maybe at another tumble. He's down to 18th, and Tony Yimbo is down to 19th, so that would be the two spots came from. There's a third one somewhere. Not sure who.
It was me.
Okay, just looking to see if anybody's super out of place. Oh, Dominic Turcotte! Turcotte's down to 26th place, so something's happened there. Benjamin Adamien on the tail of his teammate, Guillermo Taylor, in the Tango ACA ASP group. All three of their cars here for the first time this season, with Juan Borje rounding off the lineup. McLaughlin holding off into Tamburello against Magas as they head towards Villeneuve. This is where Magas got overtaken by McLaughlin. Can he strike back? Definitely looks like he is too far behind at the moment. We pick up Dominic Turcotte, and by that I mean we're riding on the front hood, Byron. Enjoy the bonnet view.
Ramming speed. Oh.
He is now on the tail of the V12 of Justin Swan. Two guys who have definitely had races to forget. Swan and Turcotte. You can see a lot of damage showing on Turcotte's car there. Largely towards the front of the car. Makes me think he maybe hit somebody. or maybe had contact with the wall.
Yeah, probably both of those things.
Juan Borges is in the pit lane. This is a non-pit stop race, so that would be to possibly repair some damage. Not a good sign for him. Ahead of Swan is Trevor Cheney, who is the upper running Cheney at the moment. Seth back in 27th place.
Well, it looks like there's an arm flopping around, hanging out of that grill over there, Mike.
There might be. Keeping an eye on championship leader Andrew Burke. He's still, he is in 8th place. It looks like Dave Nelson may have gone off the track, because Nelson not only has lost a spot to Burke, but also finds himself behind Richard Higgs. This is the best run of the season Richard Higgs has had, so shout out to him. As Zach Martin, currently the silver leader, looking to get on the podium. He's been dominating the silver championship so far with back-to-back silver wins at Zandvoort and Brands Hatch, and would love to extend his lead here today.
Wouldn't he just?
So we got Murrah, the overall leader, Martin leading in silver, and in bronze it is Dixon Hurst leading the way.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, possibly.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure that you're sure about being sure.
Dave Nelson on the tail of Richard Higgs. That's Michael Jeffries in the background, followed by Jake Northrup and Jake Keckley, the two Jakes running together.
Two take Jakes.
Northrup with the Get Speed Performance crew, who are down to just 2 cars today, with Javier Perez Torres absent, but Chris Johnson and Jake Northrup both doing very well for that team. And the OTL of Jake Keckley, who is teamed with Jeff Wentworth, the OTL crew.
What we really need to do is get another racer in there with the last name of Drummond, and then we could have Northrop Drummond.
I like this. It's been a while since we saw a Lamborghini. I'm going to look, which means I'm going to be looking away from the screen here for just a second, everybody. So Byron, call in. Shout out if any action happens.
Oh my God, that guy's really close to the other guy. They might be racing. I can't tell.
Okay, never mind. Simeon Niku did have a top 10 for Lamborghini at Laguna Seca, but they have not had one since. So,
Well,
on the path for just their second of the season, and it would be the first for Richard Higgs, who is running in 9th place.
are you talking about Lord Ricardo Higgslington, the 14th Esquire?
That would make like Matt Higgs like an heir to a noble house. So no,
Not necessarily.
Are you suggesting that he is a natural born child as opposed to a legal
I
child?
am implying various things without saying them out loud.
Rick Martell running in 17th place as he tries to catch up to that is the other Lamborghini of Wayne Hutchison. So that's the second of 3 Cyberline cars. The other one, Simeon Niku, back in 20th place. Simeon's got a good charge going on right now, though. Did not have a solid... Whoa! Wayne is quite slow through Villeneuve, so that might be an area of attack for Rick Martell, if he can get a little bit closer.
I mean, Wayne's driving a Lamborghini, so that's not possible. You can't catch those things.
But Rick's driving an Aston Martin.
What about the Jag?
No Jags in the field.
How many
Jaguar-
Koenigseggs?
Jaguar is not a strong car in ACC. It's one of the weakest, actually.
Bring out the Koenigsegg's.
Rick Martell trying to chase down the Lambo. Wayne Hutchison, and just ahead of them it is Matt Howell and bronze leader Dixon Hurst. Kind of keeping an eye on Andrew Berg just to see him move forward, but he's still in 8th place and not terribly close to Jeff Wentworth yet. 1.2 seconds behind. So we're getting a look at Rick Martell versus Wayne Hutchison, and are there 2 more gentlemanly drivers than Rick Martell and Wayne Hutchison? I don't know. I think
Not me.
this is the ultimate gentleman battle.
I say rather. Pip pip cheerio. They need top hats on their cars. And one monocle over a headlight.
In behind them, that is Larry Foster trying to get past Tony Yimbo in the background. Those are two guys who have had a rough go of it. They were much higher up in the order and had some instances that have dropped the back. Dominic Turcotte in the pit lane. So it looks like that Porsche maybe has more significant damage than we thought when we saw it last. In the meantime, Dave Nelson. Oh, that is Dave Brock getting out of the way. So that's a blue flag scenario there.
We'll give it away. The guy in the background waving the blue flag.
Indeed.
See, I can see things.
See, Byron is slowly learning things.
That's not true.
You learn things. You just don't necessarily retain them.
That's not true either. I retain everything. I don't have the ability to bring it to the surface all the time.
Jake Northrup trying to get past Dave Nelson there.
Although I do remember we were talking with Stoffmill one evening, and I went on about the Wankel rotary engine. He's like, "How do you know about?" My dad's a mechanic. I know stuff.
Know things and stuff. Looked like there might have been a car in the pit lane there. Catch who it was. Michael Jeffries running in 12th place. He's lost a spot to Jake Northrup since we last saw him. He's got Jake Keckley on his tail now. So Ferrari, the classic battle of Ferrari versus Mercedes.
And Ferrari wins every time.
What do you think of that livery that Mike Jeffries is sporting there? The white, pink, blue car.
Oh, isn't it one of the ones that... Yeah, it's the one that fucking crashed all the time.
It is.
Yeah, no, I like it because it gives me nostalgic Pride FC feelings.
That's a good point. I'm always a bit mixed on what I think about the Sky Tempest deliveries. They stand out, which I do like. I'm always a fan of a livery that I can instantly identify and tell you the team it is and all that. It just makes commentary easier. Whereas we have a couple of I'll point out my least favorite livery on the grid, and it's not because I dislike the livery. It's the one that is currently being run by Jeff Wentworth, though, because it's red and black. It's a red and black Mercedes. It looks like Javier Perez Torres' car and Jake Northrup's car, which is fine. They're teammates. Jeff is not their teammate, so it really does throw me off all the time when I see that car.
But I thought that was your favorite color scheme because of your favorite CFL team, the Stampeders.
No. I mean, I got no specific hate for the Stampeders.
I do like the Skyline or Sky Sports or whatever.
Sky
it is.
Tempesta.
Yeah, whatever, the Sky TV channel thing because it's
doing. Justin Swan loses it in Variante Alta and spins the V12 around.
Anyway, I like the fact that it's got just enough neon blended shenanigans to stand out.
Larry Foster trying to get around Rick Martell. See, this is another one. Like you look at Rick Martell and Larry Foster's car, you'd swear those are teammates. Both blue, white, same basic pattern. Nope, not teammates.
Well, I mean, they're not rocking the Gulf oil, so I can't really cheer for them. But other than that,
closest thing to Gulf oil you got is Paul Riccobene.
Hell yeah, which is Gulf oil for me. I haven't seen him up close at all, so as far as I can tell, it's Gulf oil.
I will point it. I will see what we can do about that.
Well, I've seen it, like the helicopter shots and stuff. I know where he is. I can pick him out because it looks like Gulf oil.
Mm-hmm. I think it is Gulf oil. I'm not entirely sure.
Better be. Otherwise, I'm taking all those video cards home.
So Larry Foster up to 17th place, having gotten around Rick Martell. Tony Yimbo will try next in the big old Bentley.
Is he the lead singer from that Foster the People band?
I don't believe so. Got a blue flag out. Not sure for whom that would be. Trying to see who doesn't kind of belong in this company. Andrew Burke is up to 6th place, so he has overtaken Jeff Wentworth and Michael Magas. Well, we have not been looking.
Worf.
In the Rinaldi Racing Ferrari. David Brock off the circuit there. Wayne Hutchison in an interesting Aston Martin sandwich with the Front Range Racing Matt Howell and Front Range Racing Larry Foster behind him. So we got like well, give me a form of English bread, Byron.
English bread?
That you'd actually make a sandwich out of.
Pumpernickel.
There you go. We
got
got
pumpernickel might be German. I'm trying to think of like an exclusively English, like, I don't know, white bread. It's probably as good as you can get.
Probably, yeah. All right, well, we got ourselves we got bologna on white right now.
Awesome.
In this sandwich.
Put a little pepper jack cheese on that bitch. You're good to go.
I mean, pepper jack cheese on just about anything is a good idea.
These are true statements.
Johnny Major back in 27th place. He's had a rough day. I think we did see Johnny Major. He had contact on lap 1. He's the other Sky Tempesta car.
See.
And in the background, looks like Tony Yimbo has gotten around Rick Martell, and that will be 19th or 18th place, pardon me, for the Big Bentley. Tony Yimbo had a great run. Tony Yimbo had a great run at Zandvoort. It hasn't really played out for him today as he goes off there at Variante Alta, and that will let Rick Martell back through.
Drive me closer, Tony Yimbo. I will hit him with my sidearm.
Oh, somebody was off the track there. I didn't see who, so I'm looking to see, do we have a name that is plummeting through the order?
Narp.
No, might have been a lapped car then.
Junior Swan.
Somebody already. Oh,
Juanito Mayor is way the fuck back there. He ain't had a good day at all.
Indeed, it's not been a good day at all. Had contact on lap 1, and I don't know if the day has gotten even worse for him, but he's not made his way forward that much. So we'll put it that way. Dixon Hurst might have been the car off the track actually, because he has dropped to 19th place. So we have a new bronze leader. That is Larry Foster now leading the way in the bronze. He is the bronze championship leader, so a chance to grow the gap for him.
He's going to expand through the gap.
Seth Chaney. No, that's his brother. You can't put your brother in the wall.
Little rivalry's all right.
Well, they're also teammates.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
Seth Chaney overtaking Trevor. That's for 24th place and Family Pride. Picking up Richard Higgs. Speaking of Family Pride, we need Richard Higgs and Matt Higgs to race each other more. One, because it will encourage Matt Higgs to stop using his dad's account.
Correct. Does Matt not have... Matt, you said Matt has all the equipment. He's just too much of a lazy shit to put it all together?
It depends on... Okay, so apparently Matt has a PC and a wheel. Matt claims he has no desk. Richard says he has a desk, he just hasn't assembled it.
Well, cunt.
So, it depends on which Higgs you believe as to what the problem is.
I'm gonna go with Dad is probably correct. Here's the deal. Matt, go out there, steal some pallets, make a desk, or a rig, or something. Anything. It comes with nails if you save them and you do it right. You just need a hammer, or like your head, or whatever.
Use your head.
Build yourself. Look what I made out of all these pallets. You can be cool on the internet. It'll go all over Reddit. Trust me, bro. All the
time. It will. Totally. The head through.
I know how to do these things.
Head through Piratella down to Aqua Minerale. Richard Higgs still ahead of Dave Nelson and Jake Northrup for 9th place. Burke has kind of hit a wall here. He's not been able to get around the Kiwi, Josh McLaughlin, for 5th place. McLaughlin doing a fantastic job of hanging on to a top 10 position for the ESR Academy career. And the Cheneys are not done. Trevor has overtaken Seth for 25th place.
And then Matt Higgs can race around tracks and do things, and he can start yelling, "It's me, Matteo!"
It was Matteo, not Matteo.
But it's close enough.
My name, Matteo Yun.
Splorch.
That was the sound of a human body coming apart.
If you do not
Seth
understand
Cheney.
this particular reference, please go watch The Expanse. It is on
Indeed.
Prime.
Episode Delta V, if you really want the
Yeah,
episode.
I mean, if you are a horrendous human being that just cannot be bothered to experience greatness.
So Trevor Cheney.
Juanito!
So Seth Cheney getting back past Trevor Cheney, who appears to have a little bit of front end damage, judging by the bonnet hanging open. He has now got Johnny Major on his tail, and this is the second time we've seen Johnny Major really all day. And the other time it was a collision on lap 1, so it's an improvement. Looks like we got 28 cars running as looks like we've lost Juan Voorhees 11 laps down and still in the pit lane.
Was this about Jason Voorhees?
I actually met a guy whose name actually is Jason Voorhees.
That sounds pretty gangster.
And he was introduced to me. His name is Jason Voorhees, and he must have like looked at my face and knew exactly what I was going to do. He's like, "Don't, for the love of God, don't."
That reminds me, I need to get a good machete. I used to have a really good machete when I was a kid, and I lent it to one of my cousins, and he decided to improve it with tools, and so he wanted to put a saw back on it, which is fine. I would have supported that, but apparently he just leaned into it and went, and it snapped in half.
I feel like if you feel like if I ever introduce Mr. Jason Voorhees to anyone, I don't really talk to him anymore, so unlikely to happen. But I'll have to be like, it'll be like that Mass Effect scene with this is Admiral Chorus Vas Quip Quip. Don't ask about the name. You have a ship named the Quip Quip? For those who do not play Mass Effect, the Quarians are I'm just going into this because we don't got much. We're looking at Benjamin Atty-Man, who, no offense, is
The
not
only
really
thing I know about that particular series is it spawned a series of memes that I'm very fond of, and that was that ass effect makes my mass erect.
It's a race in it named the Quarians. They have no home world because it's been taken over by robots that they created.
Nice.
And they live on ships, so their last names are Voss, and then it's the ship. So when the guy, he's like, Admiral Voss Quip Quip, you have a ship named the Quip Quip?
Nice.
Also, Adam Baldwin's lends his voice to a character.
No, that's pretty good. I wonder if I own those. They got those on PC?
Yeah.
I have to look at my Steam library. I'm pretty sure I own them.
David Brock getting out of the way there, and it looks like Johnny Major's picked up a spot. I don't know over... Oh, it's he got past... Oh, contact with Justin Swan.
I'm in favor of it.
And
I mean, not him specifically, but contact.
That lets the Mad Panda through. Hey, we haven't seen the Mad Panda like all race. He's been out front leading the way and doing his thing. But he is making his way through traffic right now.
Well, I've got Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2. I hear that that's where the series ends, and that's unfortunate.
I mean, I enjoyed Mass Effect 3.
You would.
I enjoyed the fan service DLC as well, though. So maybe
Is that where all the memes come from?
This is probably where a lot of them come from.
I have to invest in that then. I hear that they were gonna do a remaster of some of them and remove the ass angle shots, and the fan base was like, no.
Well, the DLC is like part of the DLC is literally a house party where you get to know all your. It's just comedy. It's nothing but comedy. Like there's a bit where two of your crew members are like, "Yes, this is an excellent spot. What are you guys doing? Planning booby traps to secure the apartment."
Nice.
Car off. They're trying to. Who is that? That is an Aston Martin. Oh, that's Josh McLaughlin that's off the track. Okay. McLaughlin and Mag is battling it out for 6th place. Also in the mix is Jeff Wentworth. Contact! McLaughlin off the track. He does save it.
I will remember you.
Wentworth almost got both of them there, but Magas hangs on to 6th place for now. By the way, Andrew Burke up into 5th place, so Burke is through. I think Burke got through on McLaughlin. There may have been some contact there, and then it got a little bit worse between Magas and McLaughlin in Variante Alta. that was not on the stewarding report. So both drivers must have felt either that it was clean or they were both equally at fault and didn't want to report it.
You're both guilty, you go to jail.
The BioCircle Audi still running in 6th place. Paul Riccobenni's dropped down to 3rd place, at some point falling behind Chris Johnston. That happened off camera. Jake Keckley fighting with Mike Jeffries. This battle's been going on for quite some time between these two. Last we checked in on it, Jeffries was ahead of Keckley. But Keckley has gotten back past him for the OTL team against the VIP Autosports Ferrari crew.
In the end.
Up the inside of Tosa goes Mike Jeffries. And back into 12th place for the Ferrari. Muscling the wide-mouthed bass out of the way.
Every day you're muscling.
It's literally how I tell the two Mercedes in this game apart. One has a gigantic fucking grill. Well, they both have big grills, but this one's even bigger than the other one. Wide-mouthed bass.
I don't understand what the downside would be to have, like, why wouldn't you want all the airflow to go over the engine to keep it cool?
Because other things come with the air.
Like
frankly.
squirrels?
Leaves, squirrels, yeah. You create a gigantic vortex that basically would suck everything in. Is the problem.
I don't see the downside. It just adds, you can turn it into bio, if you could listen. What you need to do is have an efficient biocompactor that turns it into fuel midway through the race.
Also, actually, this goes with the logic of brake ducts. Of course, a lot of people in race cars will run smaller brake ducts. The extra airflow, unfortunately, impacts the aerodynamic efficiency of the car and actually creates more drag. So while you are getting excellent cooling, you are getting Mike Magas off the track, and through goes Jeff Wentworth, and Josh McLaughlin says, "Thank you very much. I will
Ordinarily,
take
I'm in favor of that sort of thing, but not when it comes to my co-host. You fuckers will pay."
It was a bit of a, a little bit of a torpedo from Wentworth, but
Wentworth, I got your name.
And anyways, coming into this now, Dave Nelson and Richard Higgs are now on the back of this. So this is a 5-way fight now as they come up to Dave Brock.
I can see the comments right now. Oh, Byron, you got double standards. Yeah, and?
Yes. Byron plays favorites. We've been through. We have publicly acknowledged this.
Come find me. I'll treat you to a fine meal and then ask you to leave.
Byron Derksen can be bribed with money. But also with like fine recipes and food porn.
Correct. Yeah, if you're posting cursed food images, you're not my friend.
Larry Foster on the tail of Tony Yimbo and Wayne Hutchison, 3-way fight for 12th place. Foster leading the bronze category at the moment from Rick Martell and Dixon Hurst. This looking like it's going to be another win for him. We got a yellow flag out somewhere on track. In fact, we're coming up to it, so there's going to be an off car here, and it is. It was Dave Brock is the answer, but Tony Yimbo losing control and a spot. Paul Riccobenni all over the back end of Chris Johnson trying to get through back into 2nd place. Riccobenni's season has been rough. And he got a little bit wide there, got a little squirrely, but he caught it. Jake Northrup on the tail of Dave Nelson. No offense, guys, but I'd like to get a little bit further up because there's you can see on the radar there is a big fight going on here. Wentworth is pulling away from him. Magas has overtaken McLaughlin for 6th place. 7th place, pardon me. And side-by-side action right now between Higgs and McLaughlin. Higgs got through and then has lost the spot. Can I get the camera on that fight, please?
Nope.
We're right behind it. It's very frustrating right now. We're with Jake Northrup here as he hangs on to the back. A little flashing of the headlights from Richard Higgs. Not sure what about. He is back to 9th place with Dave Nelson on his tail. Maybe displeased with McLaughlin. I don't know. So it's Murrah, Johnston, Riccobenni, Martin, Burke, Wentworth, Magas, McLaughlin, Higgs, Nelson. That's your top 10. And then it's Northrup, Jeffries, Keckley, Howell, Hutchison, Foster, Martell, Hurst, Yimbo, Taylor, McCoo, Atamian, and Picha. And then after that, I can't see.
Jeff Wentworth, I'm going to find you.
We know the Cheneys are still out there. Johnny Major's out there somewhere. Dave Brock's out there somewhere, so it does go down a little bit further down. Zach Martin is he trying to get on the podium right here? No, that is one of the Cheneys he is lapping. So it's just a blue flag clearance there.
Clarence who?
Clearance, not clearance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Paul Riccobene in the wall.
No, Guilfoyle slipped up.
No, he was in third place. He's not going to be in third place after this. Chris Johnson has the pressure relieved from him. And one of the Cheneys getting very slide happy there through Villeneuve. Michael Magas picking up a spot into 6th place. That's not going to be good, though, because that's his teammate he's overtaken, Paul Riccobene. Riccobene, we'll see where Riccobene rejoins. McLaughlin is through. Higgs is through. Mike Jeffries off the track.
McLaughlin. I think that's the traditional pronunciation. McLaughlin.
Oh no, Paul Riccobene in the pit lane with 1 lap to go. Paul, I told Paul this in the team chat, and I'm gonna shame him on commentary. Rage quit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're that far into a race, and you were second pretty much the whole time. I can understand the frustration.
But he took himself out.
Yeah, and he was probably stupendously mad at himself as well.
Yeah, but one more lap, Paul. One more.
But I think the real lesson here is that Richard Higgs loved gold.
Well, I didn't pick that car, so I don't know. That's
Richard Higgs isn't opposed to gold.
Simeon is the responsible party for picking the car. Johnny Major in 24th place, just put up a 45 flat. Again, just a bad day for him. It's Chris Johnson in behind him, and that is a blue flag scenario. Jeff Wentworth, 5th place now.
Let me find you, Jeff.
Jeff has had a really, really good season. Without really seeming like he's had a good season, he's had a really good season.
It seems like he knows just exactly when to harpoon people. I see, I'm not opposed. I admire the hustle. Well done. Strategy on point.
Actually, if we could get a close up here, that's the old Mercedes and the new Mercedes, so you can see the difference in grille size if we can get a good look at it. You can see how much bigger the grille is on the red and black car of Jeff Wentworth than whichever Cheney brother it is in the gold. Hey, you can see it. That's good.
Well done, Jeff Langdon. But I'm still going to find you.
Still going to find you. Alright, so next time across the finish line is the end for everybody. William Murrah has yet to punch his ticket to victory, but he is about 16 seconds ahead of Chris Johnson. I think he'll probably take it. There we go. William Murrah is officially your winner, barring they would take a tier 3 penalty basically to get him off of there, but I think he's got the victory.
Well, I think he did cause Paul to go off the track there, so really.
There is the ever handsome Rick Martell racing against Dixon Hurst, 2 of our favorite racers.
I believe he starred in the award-winning motion picture The Hearst Locker.
Mm. Maybe he is Dixon Gyllenhurst.
Ooh, very nice. Well done.
Zach Martin. Oh, these aren't finished, so that's just the people parking up and celebrating with the crowd. Everybody has a different celebration after the race. Good podium for the silver driver, Zach Martin. He is making a significant push towards gold status for next season. Matt Howell comes across the line in 13th place. Quiet race for Howell. We didn't talk about him a lot, but he was working his way through the grid at a pretty good rate. Wayne Hutchison gets 14th ahead of Larry Foster, Rick Martell, and Dixon Hurst. That is your bronze podium there. And also complete is Tony Yimbo, and this is Guillermo Taylor across the line. We're just awaiting Simeon Naku and Benjamin Atamien, the last 2 to finish this race. There's Simeon. And could the camera go to Benjamin Atamien, the only guy under green flag right now? Like, seriously. There we go. He's done. So we are done here at Imola. We'll be off to Misano next and the season finale in South Africa at Kalami. So that'll be very, very fun. So let's give a rundown of the standings right now. Despite having a bit of a rough day, Andrew Burke finished in 4th place. Continues to lead the championship by 10 points over Chris Johnston. Zach Martin's in 3rd place with his first career podium today. That's very nice. Behind him is William Murrah, Jeff Wentworth, Dominic Turcotte, Michael Magas, Mika Watt, Jake Northrup, and Paul Riccobeni, your top 10. Turcotte's season started really, really well with that win in Laguna Seca and a 4th at Brands Hatch, but Zandvoort and Imola have yielded 0 points. In the team's championship, Get Speed. That is Chris Johnson, Javier Perez Torres, Jake Northrup leading the way with 414 points ahead of Front Range United on 362, 308 for the ESR Academy crew, WRT Audis on 276, and Cyberline Racing Team, that's the Lamborghinis, are on 230 points. Further down, we got a silver leader of Zach Martin, who leads 116 to 83 over Michael Magas. Jake Northrup's on 66, 58 for Dave Nelson, and 55 for Josh McLachlan. And in the bronze category, Larry Foster literally doubling up the competition. He has 74 points. Trevor Cheney's in 2nd with 37. So literally a 37-point lead on a guy who has 37 points. I think Larry probably has kind of sewn up that title. Wouldn't you say, Byron?
I say Lawrence Fosterstein seems to be quite the racer.
With 20 points for a win, he needs to score 3 points at Misano, and he will be your champion of the bronze category. Seth Cheney's in 3rd, followed by Rick Martell and Dixon Hurst. So it is off to Misano next, and then Kalami. If you want to join the grid, please let me know over on the ESR